I'm screwed. I'm fucking screwed. I'm gonna have to pay $500. Hey, what's up you guys? It's me, Goosty. And today I decided to throw it back a bit and go with a story time because, you know, I'm good at them. They're fun to do. People seem to like them.
Why the fuck not?
So I'm sure you've read the title of this video by now and you can probably say,
What the fuck?
but basically this story time is going to be about the time I fought a fucking cop in court. So yeah, this one's a long one. This one's a fucking long one in the sense that maybe not as long to be told, but a fucking long one in the sense that it took forever. So let me explain. It all started back in August and I was leaving the gym. Oh my god, guys who go to the gym. It was about 11:30 p.m. I was leaving the gym and going home and going through this normal street, this normal, like, I don't know what to call it, boulevard. It's all commercial, all that. Everything's closed.
It's fucking 11:30 p.m.
Basically, as I'm going through, there's a point where this light is yellow. You heard me right, the light is yellow. I can't stop because if I stop, I'll be stopping dead in my tracks. I'm probably fucking up my tires, I'll be fucking up my brakes, I'll be fucking up my discs,
Everything.
so I keep going. After I pass the light, after I pass the intersection, when I'm basically at the other side, the light changes to red. At this point, I keep going and I notice a fucking cop behind me. The cop pulls me over, does the same thing they always do, like,
License, registration, blah blah.
I give it to me, like,
Did you know what you did?
and I'm like, yeah, I guess I went through a yellow light. Thing is that here, they had passed a new law like a couple weeks before that. If you go through a yellow light, you'll be ticketed. At this point, I'm already mad because I'm like, I'm going to get fucking ticketed for a yellow light when honestly, if I stopped, it could have been a danger to others or myself. Because, you know, stopping midway,
Is not okay.
if you're like miles away and you're going through and the light turns yellow, like, and you still have like 10 minutes to get the light done, yeah, you should stop. But if you're like right there and it changes to yellow, you're not gonna fucking stop because hello.
That's not safe.
He goes back to his partner, they're talking, I'm still sitting in my car furious. It's 11:48 p.m. 11:48, 12 more minutes and you can go through red lights without getting a ticket. But no, he decides to give me a ticket for a fucking yellow light at 11:48 p.m. in front of a very dangerous spot in town, which I wouldn't have stopped either way because I don't want to fucking eat a bullet. When he gives me the ticket, I just like, thank you officer, wait for him to go, and when I look at it, he fucking gave me a ticket for a
Red light.
not a yellow light, for a red light. Which means that it was a $500 ticket. Keep in mind, I'm a college student. $500 is what I pay a month for my college. I know my college is cheap. Oh my god, that's not what colleges in the US cost, so fuck you. But basically, this was, like, my salary is $300 a month. This was basically 2 months salary for me. So I'm sitting there,
Furious.
and I think, okay, I'm going to fight this. Like any other normal person would. Which means that here is where the story begins. Now that I have my little ticket for going through a yellow light at fucking
11:48 p.m. at night.
I'm going to fight it. So you have to go through all this, you have to like fill up a paperwork and all that. I remember I couldn't do it. I sent my mom to fill it out for me because she was like,
yeah, like I'll do it, yeah.
she sent it to me. And when I realized, when she reads it out, like she fills it out on a computer, when it's the reasons, she goes in some existential crisis, like, it was almost 12 p.m. at night. It was dark. I was scared. I've been followed before. I didn't want to stop. I feared for my life. I tried to tell the officer, but he wouldn't listen. Like, she basically went out on that whole, like, storytime rampage, like, right there on the paper, like, on the official document, like, just, like, literally doing her thing. Mom, you know, like, police officers, they record while they're giving you a ticket, so this is not true.
And she's like, why didn't you tell me earlier?
And I'm like, huh? So I'm just at home thinking like I'm going to have to lie in court now. I'm thinking like, okay, I have to lie in court. I get my court date. It's simple, like it's a Tuesday, it's early. It says to get there at 8:30. That's when the court starts. So I get there at 8,
More or less.
so I'm ready for court. I get there and everyone's outside the room. Like, we're all waiting. Oh, fun fact, when I get there, like, I'm standing in line and I suddenly hear my name being screamed at from the other side of the room. It's one of the professors from my college who was never giving me any class, but is somehow obsessed with me. And he just, like, comes over to me with his son and he's like, oh,
This is my son. This is Goosty. And I'm like,
I've never met your son. Why the fuck are you talking to me like I've met your son? Does he know who I am? Have you talked about me in your house? Like, you've never met me. Well, that's happening at the same time. So I go back to court. Like, at a courtroom, 8:30 rolls around. Nothing. 9 rolls around. Nothing. At 9:30, they decide to open up the door. So I'm already mad as fuck because I had class at 10 a.m. I thought that I could get through this and go to class. That's clearly not happening. We sit down. It is freezing, like literally, like dead ass 0 degrees in there. Okay, calm the fuck down. It wasn't 0 degrees. You're living the fucking tropics. It was probably like 60 degrees, and you're fucking drunk. There's an old man in front of me, like he's just trembling. I can hear his bones rattling like a maraca. Like he's trembling because it's so fucking cold. Like I'm wearing layers and I'm cold. Like, what do you mean? That happens. The bailiff starts. Every court, like this court has cases assigned by numbers. The bailiff takes the cases and they're in a random order. Clearly, I don't know when because for some reason, when you have case numbers in order, you don't put them in order. We sit down, the police officers enter because they have to be present, and they go to the back of the room, like you can see them, and he's just like calling roll call. Half the people, I'm just sitting down. He never calls my fucking case. And I'm like, what's going on? So we sit down, wait until about 10 o'clock when the judge arrives. She just like walks in with her Judge Judy, like Dr. Maria Apollo looking ass. Like she's just like, combine those two and you get this judge. So she's here, she's all glam, she's all ready.
No wonder she took so many fucking hours. She was probably doing a Jeffree Star makeup tutorial.
She starts doing the cases that are handed to her. I shit you not. Some of the cases that are being debated here are so fucking idiotic. This couple, they went to the vet. She wanted to get her like dog checked or something. It's raining. They park on the handicap, not spot, the handicap ramp, like where wheelchairs go. They like park the car there, get out, and go to the vet. And they get a ticket. And they're like, I'm handicapped, I can do it.
Like, and the judge is like, no, you fucking can't. What happens if someone else who's handicapped is doing that?
Like, it was more than 10 minutes.
What happens if someone who's handicapped that comes there in 10 minutes? Like,
You can't fucking do that! Jesus fucking Christ. Keep moving forward. Literally, all the cases are like that. One guy had 8 tickets, and she was like,
oh fuck, I'll take 3 off of your hands, but not like 8.
and this judge is a hard ass. Like, she will not tickets. Like, she will just like,
You're fucked. You're keeping it. Like, you fucking broke the law.
there's a point, like, in intermission, around like 11:30, she's like,
Listen, people, like, I get it. Like, times are tough, but why the fuck are you, like, breaking the law if you don't want a ticket? Like, you lose your lives over this? You're, like, losing your day over this.
had it. She's like over it. And I mean, if I was her, I would hate my life too. Like, this is her every day. I love one of the cases of this old man. He was like reviewing that he parked in the spot and got a ticket when it was parking loud. So, and he brought photos. And she was like,
Like, is this where you park?
he's like, no, I parked somewhere else that looked like it so you could see what I mean. It was honestly a shit show. It keeps going on. I see all the cops are starting to leave because their cases are done. And there are no cops left at this point. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm safe, because in my mind, if the cop isn't here, like, it falls through because it didn't show up. Like, that's what I've always been told. But life couldn't go that easy, could it? But like, life couldn't go that way for me. It couldn't. So basically, the judge, like, when the people start coming up and they're like,
Oh, your police officer in here? She's like, okay, I'll evaluate it myself.
and I'm like, so basically, she's taking things in her own hands. Whatever she says goes, and people are still getting fucked. For, like, my turn still, like, some people are like,
Oh, I noticed here, like, your police officer wasn't even, like, he was never told to come. Like, so, it's not fair for him, so I'm just gonna reschedule you.
and I'm like, fuck no. So guess what happens to me? My police officer was never scheduled to come. Fuck! Basically, when I get up to her stand, like, I do everything. She's like,
Look, your police officer was never contacted, so he doesn't know he has to come, so I'm gonna reschedule you for
2 weeks from today. It's 12:30. I've been here since 8 a.m. I haven't eaten breakfast. I haven't done anything. I'm freezing cold, and you're telling me that I have to come back in 2 weeks? Like, what the fuck is my life? What do you mean? I get over it. I head out. I pay the fucking $5.50 parking costs and go to class. Like, keep in mind, I missed 3 classes that day. 3 fucking classes. Obviously, I go back in 2 weeks. I had considered just like not going and saying like, fuck it, I'll pay it. I just don't want to spend another day in there. But like $500 is a fucking lot. Like, I can't pay $500. Comes the next day. What happens again? They're closed. But this time, I got there at 9 p.m. and they were still closed. But basically, like, I'm just waiting. This time, the bailiff opened up and he is such an awful man, like such a nasty man, like so horrendous to the people. At one point, like this old man comes in lane and he just wants to tell him that like, he's like raising his hand and all that. So they get closer and the bailiff looks him dead in the eyes and says,
Sir, we'll be here for a couple hours. Anything that you have to say that is important will be said. So please sit down. You'll have your turn when it comes.
and he just like sits down like so sad. And I'm like, that was fucking rough. Same procedure, he starts reading out the cases, this time in order. Bailiff knows what he's doing. He might be a hard ass, but he knows what he's doing. My case gets called like, I don't know, like 5th this time. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna be out of here soon. Police officers start arriving. I'm trying to see if I can see my police officer. None of them looks like him because he was like young and like kind of like not awful looking. Every single police officer is old and gross. We keep going. Everyone's sitting down. The cases start. The first kid to go up, he was there last time I was there, and honestly, his case was so ridiculous. He was saying, I was going on the freeway, like I was going 55. I don't know what he's Southern now. He's clearly ain't Southern. I was going 55, maybe 52, 53 because we're going 55. These two guys next to me, they're like going like 80, like they're speeding like right next to me. The police officer like right there, like, oh, don't get him. And then he just like he tells me for a while, like, oh wow. When we get to a certain point, like he flashes his lights and I pull over. I'm like, what the fuck happened? He's like, look, my speed meter picked up 85. Like I don't know if it was you because this could pick up like 3 cars and the other 2 like got away. So you're gonna have to fight this in court. Like, can you imagine like being told you're gonna have to fight this in court because I know you don't deserve this ticket, but I'm still giving it to you because I need to reach your quota. That's how police minds work. Is this goddamn Paradise PD in here? That kid's like there and the judge is just like,
What the fuck is wrong with these people?
like his police officer did not show. So she's like,
You know what? I'm just gonna take your ticket away because that's just fucked up.
I'm like, oh, she came in a better mood today. Next up is this woman. This woman is like, listen, I've been getting these tickets under this license plate and this car. I don't own that car or that license plate. Someone is using my license to get off tickets. And she's like, what? Like, you're supposed to hand in the license. She's like, I don't know. Maybe someone says like giving up the number. And she's like, that's clearly much worse than here. She's like, why are you here? Get your license checked? Why are you doing this? Like, she had thousands of dollars with this person using her name. Bitch, what are you doing here? I don't know, go get your identity checked. Case after case keeps going. It's like 10:30 at this point, and my name gets called up. I'm ecstatic. I get up to the podium, I swear and everything, and then she's like, your police officer did not show.
They ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really.
This is day 2 of this shit, and he does not show again. I'm livid. I'm like, fuck it. I'll give you $1,000 just to let me leave. I don't want to be here. I can't stand it here. I want to die. At this point, she says, I know you've been here before, so I'll take on your case. And I'm like, I'm screwed. I'm fucking screwed. I'm gonna have to pay $500 for a fucking ticket I do not deserve. I get up on that podium and I tell the story of my life. I'm like, I was August 2nd, 11:48 p.m. I was going down the avenue and I noticed the light is yellow. Like, I just go play by play, saying everything I need to say. She's clearly reading what my mother wrote and she's like, this is not what it says here. Like, he's a fucking liar. And I was going play by play, saying everything. And she's like,
The light was yellow and then it turned red after you passed.
since he wasn't there to refute that, he would probably have said that's not true. Like, it was red when I gave it to him. Like, that's what cops do. They're fucking liars. I say that and she's like,
Well, under technicality, he should have given you a ticket for a yellow light, not a red light.
oh fuck, like I'm getting another ticket.
So since he technically gave you the wrong one, I guess you don't deserve any tickets.
Bangs the gavel. And I'm like, I don't have to pay $500 that I can go. And she's like, you can go. And I am ecstatic! Can you imagine what it's like being in a locker room, freezing, with crying old people that are breaking the law in ways that they clearly have no right to fight? Other people who are like, there's a guy that had 8 tickets. Like, it's clearly your goddamn fault. They're just like in there for hours on end, not being able to eat, not being able to go to the bathroom, not being able to piss. Like, it's so goddamn excruciating for $500. Keep that in mind. It was $500. Like, it's a lot, honestly, it's a lot. If it was a $25 ticket, like, I would have paid it. Like, I would have been like, fuck this. So I get to go home. A month goes by, and I get in the mail that my ticket's been officially removed. I don't have to pay $500.
And I am over the roof happy.
$500 less poor because I'm not richer, I'm less poor. And I can finally just like not go to court again. Bless Jesus. So yeah, guys, that's the story of how I fought a cop in court that he never actually showed up, but I was fighting him spiritually in court. I hope you guys enjoy that. It's a much calmer, like, story time, not much drama, only, like, other people's drama, and people, like, crying, and people, like, complaining, and people, like, being annoying. Hope you enjoyed it. Click the notifications down below, subscribe, like my videos, share them, you know, check out all my other social medias and all my other videos if you liked it. And I put up videos every week-ish. So, until next time. Bye, guys.